Alright, so it was a successful trade, thank God. We actually got the perfect entry and the perfect exit, which doesn't always happen, but it's very fluky, but it's great when it does happen. So we got tagged in here by a pip, not quite, yeah, 1 pip, and then that must be a pip as well. We got tagged take profit by 0.9 pips. So it's like a pip either side. No, that's a good trade. A very unrealistic trade, but nevertheless, you got to take your wins when you get them, because the last couple of trades have just been break evens and like half trades because the price is stalled for the weekend. So I'm happy. So trade review. Let's have a look at what we did and how we did it. So we actually did our top-down analysis on euro dollar, which is fine, but let's do the analysis on GB. Let's just do it on GBP USD, what we actually took the trade on. So on the daily, we are ranging, I would say, because to me we got a daily low, high, a low, a high, just closed, just took out that low, maybe a close, maybe not a close below the low. I can't actually see it. They were continuing up. Now on Euro USD, this is more prominent. You actually have a daily low, and then the daily low was then took, making a bearish move. So that's what the euro dollar chart looks like. But this, I would say, we're moving sideways. So that's fine. A bit sideways on the daily. We didn't close below that low. We've wicked the low and then had a bullish reaction, which is fine. So price has pulled, 4 hours pulled in here, took out the low, and we've only just took that high. So anyway, this morning we'd done the 4 hour, price had broken down, took the low, pulled back up into extreme. So we're in the 4 hour premium here, and the 1 hour has made high highs, high lows, broke structure to the downside. That gives us a bearish signal. We took a trade from here last week. Price has then pushed up, took out this high, not broken that high, shoved it down, pulled back into premium, and this is where I took the short idea, because in my head what I'd done is that was sweeping any orders that were here, and that was a reaction. Although we've not broken structure, I was happy to get short from there. And the next thing that really convinced me for this for the partial move was the fact that the end of New York and Asia was just this climb. Now this happens all the time if you just have really small 1 minute and 5 minute trend lines just moving up. And when you just have such a clean straight line move, you'll often get a jump up quite sharp like this, and then the following move is a push down, and then like often a move up, or you'll get a pullback and a continuation. Now I didn't know which way it was going to go. I didn't know whether we were going to continue. I didn't know whether we were going to do this from this trend line. I didn't know whether we were going to get hit, just go down from there, or I didn't know if we were going to come here and then do exactly what he's done. I had no idea. I just knew that the down move was coming because of the trend line, because it was end of New York. Asia has just climbed. We've come into the premium of this leg, and then on the entry model, we actually got quite a clean entry. So Frankfurt swept the high. We created a 5 minute low. We then got this upside down hammer, which swept this sort of intermediate range, and then we broke structure to the downside. So we'd had like, if we jump on the 1 minute, we'll be able to see it quite cleanly, I think. Yeah, on the 1 minute we can see here, we took the high, created a 5 minute low, not broken the last low. We then ranged here, broke structure to the downside, swept structure to the upside, and then made the obvious move that to me was the idea for the short. So it was this high right here that was the sweep, and on the 5 minute we've got that upside down hammer, which on its own is pretty useless, but coupled with everything I just said, that upside down hammer followed by a real intense bearish engulfer, that's a good trade. And that's actually entry model B. I could have actually got in here like so for the trade, but I didn't. I thought because we're in a bit of a funny place, I wanted to wait for the entry model A, get a pullback, which happened. So we then limit ordered on the 50%. We covered the high. We targeted 1 to 3, 1 to 3.2 to cover fees and all that. That was a solid trade. Evaluations are up now. I think we're up 5% on the 200 grand account, so we're halfway there for phase one. My 5%ers account, a 25 grand evaluation, I'm not sure where that'll be because we're in a little bit of drawdown from a bot. I actually bought that because I'd set a bot up and attached it to it just to have some fun. One that I'd coded myself and figured it out, but it wasn't doing very well, so I aborted that little side quest. So I think that'll be 2 or 3% in profit now as well. So solid trade. I took 1% risk on that just because everything was in a bit of a funny place. But yeah, that's a trade review. 3R, a nice quick win. I think we hit take profit by 11:30. Perfect. Right, I'll see you tomorrow for the morning markup.